I shouldn't be laughing, but I can't help it. Y'all see the title? This is from the Gateway Pundit. BLM, hey, I'm telling you, the liberal Negro is the easiest one to dupe. All you got to do is give somebody that you can point down and point the finger at. Give them somebody, shine a light on them. That's, this is in Saul Alinsky's Rules for Radicals too. I guess they never read it. If they would have read it, they would have known they getting played. But there's that dirty word again that plagues people in my community, as Xanatos Clutch says. Shout out Xanatos. A community, reading. You want to hide something from the majority of the folks? Put it in writing. Put it in a book. All you got to do is stick it in a book. Anyway, y'all see what it says. BLM, Minnesota community leaders, and apparently they must got a different definition of the words community and leaders than the majority of us do. Discuss shakedown in a new okay, BLM collected over 30 million but didn't put a dollar in their community. It's socialism. You're socialist minded and you're a socialist ran organization. The people at the bottom in socialist society get nothing but crumbs. They get the crumbs from the table of the leadership, the crumbs that the leadership decides to leave behind. What part of that do they not get? Let's go, y'all. Hey, I done the video on the fist. I broke it down as easy as I could. Showed historical references and everything, but here we go with that reading again. Got them dollars clutch. Cash rules everything around me. Cream, get the money. Dollar bill, y'all. Minneapolis black community leaders spoke out recently on camera on the fraud perpetrated by leftists and Black Lives Matter leaders in their community. I wonder if they looked in the mirror before they said that when they left their house. After BLM and their Antifa allies, remember I done a video on that. I said, now you want to talk about strange bedfellows? But then again, what's the phrase that pays? Ideology trumps race. Ideology always trumps race. I don't give a shit what people they can say, man, it don't. And there's so many examples staring you in the face every day. Antifa, look at their leader, look at who they are, their leadership, their MO. BLM, same thing. And they are lockstep. Somebody been putting up some parts here lately talking about BLM trying to separate themselves from Antifa. No, they ain't. Shut up. Anyway, after BLM and their Antifa allies destroyed the Minneapolis business community, boy, did they, and residential areas. I don't know nothing about the residential part. I can only assume, but I know about the business part. In areas in the famous 2020 riots, the local black leaders were led to believe that BLM would invest the millions they collected into the black community. Now, wrap your head around this. Somebody say, look, we need you to rally behind us, and we're going to collect money, and we're going to bring in our white stormtroopers to mix with your black stormtroopers, and we're going to demolish your city. But don't worry, the money that we collect, we're going to give you some of that money that we collect for tearing up where you have to live. So know what that tells me? Either you're a smooth brain, Cro-Magnon man, your brain surface is smooth, tier 1 to the nines, or you was going to take that money on the hush and jet, or be the king of the hood. While everything that crumbled down around you, you can prop your house, you can build your house up with that money. Now, which one was it? Which one was it? I say stuff that people don't like, but just cause you don't like it don't mean it ain't true, and don't mean I'm not gonna say it. Suck it up, Buttercup. BLM Antifa mobs cost over $1 billion in damages in city across America since May. In Minneapolis alone, BLM mobs damaged or destroyed over 1,500 businesses or buildings. 700 police officers were injured in the BLM riots, and that was back in June. BLM was linked to conservatively 91% of the riots that resulted in the most expensive property damage in U.S. insurance history. That's why a lot of this lockdown is going on too. Insurance. Follow the money. And since that time, BLM has done nothing to invest in these communities. They never was. Members of the Minneapolis black community described the aftermath of the destruction caused by BLM following the death of Dope Floyd at the hand of the police officer. How the organization profited millions of dollars, none of which is going back into the community, and are a key tool to implementing gentrification, a process to displace black residents from their neighborhoods by killing business and driving real estate values down to pennies on the dollar for developers. And they'll use that $30 million to buy back the dilapidated properties and run you Negroes out.
The Black Lives Matter movement up here for us has been a matter of cosmetizing the corpse to camouflage the curse.
Oh yeah, fair use, ninjas, fair use.
See right here, this is a multi-million-dollar operation.
The figures vary from $35 million to $50 million.
Who got some of that money?
Not a dime can I count that they've given us anything back. Nothing.
In my estimation, they've caused just as much harm as some would think that they've done good.
It was a lot of different organizations out here. They kind of brought themselves in here, tried to make themselves something that they wasn't.
A large force of anarchists with them and different radical type groups.
You could tell that the place, the stickers, the different things, they was never from here. They came in here. They were sent to come in here to do this.
My suggestion is that we are facing one of the worst cases of white supremacy that we've ever seen. What do you mean, Rev? White supremacy is to define your reality and then force you to live up under that definition. Hear me. White supremacy. Define your reality and then force you to live up under that definition.
The Minneapolis Police Department is
y'all know who that is. She's part up. Look, now, did you hear what he just said? So, since you didn't get any money that they apparently promised you, now you're going to make the cry white supremacy. And we all know the black leaders of the so-called black leaders of these religious institutions, the Reverend Brother Deacon Dr. Pastor Bishop Tony Love. Ha! Y'all are some of the most crookedest, most debaucherous, thieving, conniving, low down, worthless, slothful, slimy mother out here. You just driving a nice car and wearing a nice suit. If you change the colors on the suit and the car, you could be a pimp. Same difference. The players change, but the game's the same. Y'all so you was okay with doing the dealing of white supremacy as long as you thought you was gonna get a cut of that over $30 million. What does that say about you, Negro? All three of you Negroes. And then you got this chick here who ain't even from here. She's an implant, was married to her brother, and come in here and with the help of them other two crows and turn y'all upside down. And y'all helped them. What they say, well, these groups, they wasn't from here, but y'all let them in. You gave them shelter. You coveted them because you thought something was in it for you. But I'm the bad guy for pointing out these Negroes, for calling this shit out. A so-called man of God. If he would have got his cut, that Negro wouldn't have been sitting there saying none of this shit. Neither one of them. Especially that Reverend Rib Tip. He wouldn't have had a damn thing to say. Boy, y'all, they don't get it.
Rotten to the root.
If you listen to Black Lives Matter, they'll make you think that the police is the #1 issue in the community.
We all believe in abolishing the Minneapolis Police Department.
But if you take away the police issue, we still got poverty, we still got death, we still got suicide, and we still got drugs.
The ones that are not in the good standards, I think they should be get rid of. But I don't think they need to abolish the whole system.
And so as they...
But you didn't figure that out until BLM left and didn't give you no money. You supposedly a smart, educated man running a church wearing nice cufflinks and tailored shirts and cufflinks, and you smart enough to run this financial religious institution. Did I say that out loud? But you didn't figure out none of this until after the fact? Okay.
They have the money that backed them to try to force us to live up under their definition. It ain't black lives because there's white folk that's funding it.
They want this area. They want this whole thing. So little by little, they find ways to get the black folks out and get them out of here, get them out of here, get them out of here.
One, take business out of the area. Let poverty set in. Property values go down, get suppressed. Now they come in and they buy the properties at low prices, and then they jack the prices up. The average house over South now is over $300,000.
I say over 25 years I lived in Minnesota. And I always love it here. It's always been like my first home. Okay, should be getting close.
Been involved in the streets all my life in various capacities, and now I'm trying to lay back and give back and repair some of the damage that possibly I helped even cause.
I was 30 years old when I got here, and what we've tried to do with the church is make sure that it is founded upon strong biblical principles. And so what we've tried to do for the last 31 years is make sure that whatever the needs are in our community, that we as a church try to have an impact on it.
We're out here, we have materials here. We seek to try to bond with the community and engage these young people on an active basis. This has been a high volatile area. A lot of the crime has been reduced in this area as a result of our presence being here.
As you go down, that's where the police station got hit.
We were out there. We had a group of about 40 people that was comprised of vice lords, GDs, fraternities, and church people. And we put a barrier between the police department and the protesters.
People were throwing water bottles at the police, and they were shooting rubber bullets at them. And we only left because we were told that the National Guard was coming in. When we left, that's when they burnt the station down.
Everybody know one of the former high-ranking members of the Gangster Disciples got caught up like far as gangbanging and got caught up for selling drugs. I got caught and they gave me 10 years. This is where the George Floyd Memorial at, where he got killed at. And also where I used to own my restaurant right here.
Some of the best baked and grilled Caribbean food in Minneapolis at Nooney's famous Jerk and Tings. Featuring
they was kind of tearing up all type of businesses, right? So I just ended up selling because there was just a lot of drama behind that. But that's what they wanted anyway. They wanted us to get out of here anyway.
It's hardly ever, from North Minneapolis to South Minneapolis, the businesses that was decimated under these protests, if you will, hardly ever come back and are made whole.
They in there somewhere. Yeah, they got all the open. Yeah, this is a beauty store where all the girls sell their clothes and stuff.
His death is in vain, not really, because y'all getting that money, and where did the money go? Because it's showing in the business, it's showing in the neighborhood. It ain't showing, where's it at?
I was actually about to take some money that I got from a loan and to try to open up a business here, but I changed my mind when I saw the areas and how bad things were and how burnt up some of the buildings were. This is a shop I used to work at. That's gone, completely gone. It was right here, it's an empty space. All this empty space, it got burnt down.
They're called sympathy pimps. That's what we call them, sympathy pimps. When they see something happen, oh, okay, now they can see that I can make $1.
We've had over 100 and some people killed since George Floyd, 700 to 800 shot, and Black Lives Matter has laryngitis as it pertains to what we're doing to each other, and 88% of those shootings and killings have been things that we've done to each other.
You can't necessarily.
Again, you're supposedly forward-thinking people, and you couldn't figure this out until the aftermath of burning down where you live and where you habitate and cohabitate. You may as well handed them the city on a silver platter. Y'all Negroes is done. Y'all are done. But us guys like the Grand Inquisitors and the Inquisitor type ones like us, we're the problem. Even though we try to get y'all away from this stuff, tell you about that stuff. Oh, you ain't Democrat. Oh, you a coon. You a sell. Okay. Let me sell my ass out way the over here, away from you fucking savages. Cause here the thing, you ain't seen supremacy yet. Wait till you try to come out to the sticks with that bullshit after you done sold your soul and lost it all over there. You ain't seen nothing yet.
Necessarily say just because a white police officer shot a black, now it's time for us to protest. It's time for us to protest anytime this violence occurs.
Then why didn't you do it? Why did you fall for the okie doke? Why didn't you do it? You talk it, but you ain't walking it. You're not a leader. You're a follower. All three of you, you're followers. And you're proving it right here in live and in living color.
They sit around and wait for opportunities, the powers that be. When they get these opportunities, because they know it's going to happen, because they create the opportunities for it to happen.
If a white officer shoots a black, then they want to come out in major force. But you don't see them no other time.
Right now, they have absolutely no impact in what's going on and the decimation of our community. They collected over $30-some million off of the death of George Floyd, black man killed by the police, and they've not put $1 into the community.
Nothing, nothing.
And you'll get nothing and you'll like it. You'll get nothing and you'll like it. You can see this story, the full thing. Well, there it is anyway. I just gave it to you. But if you want to go to thegatewaypundit.com, go right ahead. These are only 3 people that were willing to go on camera and say, in so many words, we fucked up again. And don't worry, there'll be another round, and the Negro will do it again. And the Negro will complain, well, how did I get duped again? Because you dumb. Now, you're not dumb because you're a Negro. You just a Negro that just happen to be dumb. Because all black people, well, you got blacks, Negroes, and then the other, which I ain't going to say. You just dumb. You got that left-leaning liberal mindset, and they know it. Those leaders, quote unquote, know it. Them the ones that's yanking y'all chains. Them the ones that's pulling your leash. They ain't offering you money unless you can give them passage to burn down the places where you work, where you have to buy groceries and sustenance, where you have to buy your medical supplies, and where your children has to go to work. Know what that tells me? Neither one of these men run a household. Or if they do, they run in a household with some other dude's kids. Yes, I'm pushing it there. Yes, I know what they look like. Yes, I know what they sound like, because I'm not one of them. The only thing I have to do is look at 180 degrees out. You stick out like a sore thumb. I know them when I see them. I know them when I hear them. And there they are. Rate, comment, share, subscribe.